All right, so today we're going to put on our detective hats. We've got this geometric puzzle on our hands, and we're going to solve it together. And the best part? We're not going to use any rulers, no protractors, nope, just pure, undeniable logic. You ready? Let's dive in. So here it is. This is our mystery, and I know, it looks like a total mess, right? Lines going every which way. But hidden in there, you see it? An angle labeled x. Our mission is to find the exact value of x. But here's the catch. Without measuring. So how in the world are we going to do that? Well, just like any good detective story, it all starts with finding the clues. Okay, so clue number one. This is a big one. It's one of the most basic, most rock-solid truths in all of geometry. And you know what? It's hiding right there in plain sight on every single straight line. Think of this as our secret weapon for cracking this whole thing wide open. And here's what it is, the straight line rule. It's super simple. Any angles that are sitting together on a straight line, they always add up to exactly 180 degrees. And I mean always, no exceptions. It's not like 179.9 or something, it is exactly 180. This is like a law of nature, and it's the first tool in our toolkit. Okay, before we go back to the main event, let's do a quick training montage. We're going to run through a few rapid-fire examples just to get this rule locked into our brains. Sound good? Let's warm up. Here's the first one. So you see the straight line, right? We know the whole thing has to be 180 degrees. If one part of it is 120, what's left for angle A? What's that missing piece? Yep, it's 60, because 120 plus 60, boom, 180. Simple, right? Let's keep the momentum going. Okay, another one. Let's go. New straight line, but this time one of the angles is 45 degrees. You know what to do. The total is 180. We've got 45 degrees already accounted for. So, what does angle B have to be? It's got to be 135 degrees, because 45 and 135, that gets us right back to our magic number, 180. You see how this works? The numbers can change, but the rule is always the same. It's totally reliable. All right, let's throw a little curveball at you. Ready? What if there are 3 angles on the line? Don't worry, the rule doesn't break. It's exactly the same. All of them, every single one, still have to add up to 180. Okay, so we've got 30 degrees here and 80 degrees here. Together, that's 110 degrees. The whole thing needs to be 180. So what's left over for C? You got it, 70 degrees, because 30 plus 80 plus 70, yep, that's 180. The logic just works every single time. Okay, you have totally mastered this first clue. But for our big mystery, we're going to need one more piece of the puzzle. All right, time for clue number 2. This one's all about perfect corners. You know, when lines meet just right. And just like the straight line, this is another one of those rules you can always count on. Say hello to the right angle. So whenever 2 lines are perpendicular, which is just a fancy way of saying they form a perfect L shape, the angle they make is always exactly 90 degrees. And see that little square they draw in the corner? That's a universal symbol that's basically screaming, hey, I'm 90 degrees. So you never ever have to guess. Okay, look what's back, the scene of the crime. But tell me, it doesn't look quite as scary now, does it? That's because we're not going in empty-handed anymore. We're armed with 2 powerful tools of logic, the 180-degree straight line and the 90-degree right angle. Let's use them to finally find x. All right, let's walk through our plan of attack. Step 1, let's focus on that straight line at the bottom of the picture. We see one angle is 135 degrees. Since the whole line has to be 180, the angle right next to it is simple math. 180 minus 135 is 45 degrees. Okay, first piece of the puzzle found. Now for step 2. Look at how that 45-degree angle we just found is part of that perfect 90-degree corner. If the whole corner is 90 and we just found one part is 45, then the other part of that corner has to be 90 minus 45, which, hey, is also 45 degrees. And here's the final beautiful leap of logic. Because of the way these lines cross, that second 45-degree angle we just found is a perfect match for our mystery angle x. And just like that, the case is closed. We can now say with 100% certainty that angle x is 45 degrees. And we did it with 0 guesswork, no measuring tools, just pure step-by-step logic. How cool is that? So we found the answer. But the number itself, 45 degrees, isn't the most important takeaway here. What we just did, it goes way beyond a simple math problem. This is the crucial point. We didn't just memorize some rules from a textbook, right? We used those rules as tools. We took a problem that looked super confusing and we broke it down piece by piece. We applied these simple, undeniable truths to find an answer that we know is right. That skill, that's basically a superpower you can use for anything. And that leads me to the final thought I want to leave you with. Think about your own world, your work, a project, any challenge you're dealing with. How many of those big, complicated problems are really just a bunch of simple, fundamental rules waiting to be discovered? If you can find the straight lines and the right angles in any problem, you can solve it. Thanks for cracking the case with me today.